Something too was a game that went from 2013 to April 1st, 2015, and that was honestly what got me into creating digital art. And back in 2013, I was very unfamiliar with drawing applications. We'll go with that. Like, it's not that they didn't exist, I was just too dumb. Not that I have gotten any smarter within the past 14, 15, 15 no. 13, 14, 15, 18, 19, 20. Past 8 years. That took way too long to count. That proves my point. And it doesn't help that this game, it had its own social media tab and aspect to it, so that was kind of also what helped draw me in. Through that time, I drew a lot of stuff. I drew a lot of different things that have all been lost to time, and that makes me very sad. But ever since this application has closed, it always made me wonder, what would happen if I drew something in this program in, well, this case, it would be 2020 now. So how do that do? My apologies, I dropped a pen. So for one, there's no zoom, there's no layers. We've got 7 tools, a select palette, and limited brush sizes. I'd also say no pen pressure, but honestly, I'm recording this after the fact, and I didn't think about that until I started writing the script for this video, and it just didn't come to mind, okay? And I didn't want to, looking at it now, I honestly don't know what the fuck I had any patience for that. Young me had so much more patience than adult me. I think I don't have any patience. I have no patience. Especially on a tiny phone screen. How did people play this and create, like, good pieces of art? I have no freaking idea. Like, it's not like 2013 doesn't seem like that long ago, but it really was that long ago. As far as tech goes. So yeah, I went through the process of setting that up. So let's go through that. Okay, so let's go over what we got if I can. So the first 2 rules are pretty self-explanatory. We can't use the layer tools at all. We keep everything on one layer, so let's just get rid of that. And no zooming. We'd like this, but I kind of need it to show what's going on. You know, we'll just move it up here. We'll just move it up here so you can't see it. Okay, so we got the pen tool. It's a pen. Congratulations. That's all that's interesting about it. It's a pen, and it does pen stuff. I mean, if anything, it's more like a pencil, but it's a pen. There's no texture to it. Next, we have the highlighter, which is a pen, but it's the pen, but it's transparent. We have the texture tool. Nobody used this. I think I saw somebody use the brick tool. That was it. That's all I remember too. There was apparently some fire, there's clouds. All I remember from this game was the bricks and the minion pattern. The bane of my existence. We have pixel art, the pixel brush. It made pixels. Pretty self-explanatory. We got the watercolor brush. It was more like an airbrush though. Apparently there was a spray can, but I don't remember that at all whatsoever. I think if it did exist, then it is lost to time. But we had the watercolor brush. It was great. Yeah, okay. We have the magic wand. Not this magic wand. Another kind of magic wand. It made sparkles. It looks like the other kind of magic wand. Not this one, but the other one. And that's what it did. Didn't use that at all in this tutorial. Then, we have the crayon brush. I totally forgot this existed until 5 seconds ago. So, we added it. It makes crayons. It has a crayon texture to it. And finally, we have the eraser. Fantastic. That's all I remember off the top of my head. If there was any more, don't tell me, because I'm already on the verge of tears. And if you're noticing the 3 lines, what that's for, it's to show the sizes. My memory is apparently, or in comparison to a goldfish, because it was a slider system and not 3 sizes. I could have did it to like 0 to 50 or like 10 to 50. My dumbass said, that's stupid, make it 3 sizes. So these are the 3 sizes that I used. We have 10, 20, and 50. So that is all of this. Oh, we're zooming in again. So yeah, 10, 20, and 50 for all of these, if I used them and not. And finally, colors. We had a limited palette. Now this is the thing that was really hard to find, but I did find a picture. I will show it up here. I'm going to be honest, a lot of this game is kind of like lost to time. There isn't really a lot. I couldn't find a lot of things. Like, I really couldn't. So I did find a picture of what the store looked like. So I could take a picture and have a palette which is what we can see here. It's also right here in the corner, if spoilers. That's what it was. This is the colors that I was able to find, and this was only for the pen tool. Every one of these brushes here, they had their own palette that they went by, and they were all different. And you would buy them, of course, individually, because this is a mobile game, and even in 2013, still had to do that. But it was a lot easier to get coins, so it wasn't, like, impossible. So yeah, now you know the rules to this fun little challenge. Let's get on to the thing. Let's get on to the thing. So, fun fact, I actually, after recording the majority of this video, I actually found a video that was an application review that actually kind of like showed off some of the features of this game. So I will link in the description if people actually like are interested in looking at just like the basic you would get when you started playing. I think everybody got like the same feed and stuff like that. So it was certainly something. Oh god, the nostalgia. Moving on from that though, I totally forgot another brush. The stamp tool! There were stamps. There were stamps? I didn't even freaking know there were stamps. I most likely because I never used them in my entire life. I don't think I ever touched the stamp tool. If there were any other tools, I most likely didn't even use them. Moving on to like actually talking about the challenge. I did terrible. I'm just gonna be honest. Like, it's not that I hate the drawing, I just like, because it looks really nice, I don't hate it. I just totally messed up several different times while drawing because I would just totally forget about particular things. Like, I added that glow effect on to the character, and I just realized that I didn't like it. Like, at the end of the drawing, I was like, why did I put this here? It's off. I'm really bad at, like, long form plans and stuff. So, as a result, typically, I will change my mind. Even within a 2-hour time span, it changes. Who knew people change their thoughts and opinions over time? I didn't. I certainly didn't. But I had a lot of fun doing, like, the painterly thing. I don't really do, but I used to do painterly stuff kind of like all the time because of the restrictions of the program. I couldn't do refined line art or anything like that. I just had to do it like that. You could in theory could do like a proper line art. It's just you have to draw the picture, and then you have to like in flats first, and then you have to do the lines over top of that, which is doable totally. It's just a lot of planning that I like didn't have as a kid. For an example, I thumbnailed this out before I actually drew it, and that's why I decided that I didn't like the hair. I liked the hair that I did in the thumbnail, and I decided to add that because I wanted her to look a little bit more messy, because she's supposed to be like she's supposed to be a human version of Draw Something Too. That's what she's supposed to look like, and so I wanted her to look a little bit more disheveled rather than looking more neat and orderly. And I'm still not that good at shading hair. Like, I'm on the hair right now, or at least while I'm watching the playback, I'm on the hair right now, and it looks okay. Like, I didn't do that much detail. I don't do a lot of detail in my hair anyways to begin with. Like, the fact that there's more detail in the shirt than there is in the hair is saying something. I had a lot of fun though doing this whole thing, this challenge. It was fun to like think about how I used to do things and how I've changed. If I were to like draw this like properly, I don't think I would do it like this naturally. I don't know whether I'd be happier with the result, but I do know that I enjoyed the process. I played a bunch of those like games, a bunch of that like style of game, and honestly, if anybody ever wanted me to like do another one, because there are a couple of games that I still Spray Can. Anyone remember Spray Can? Nobody? Me only? I'm the only person that ever played that game? Yeah, that's about right. Drawcast. Drawcast is a little bit more popular, honestly. I think Drawcast is a little bit, it still has a bit of a community going in 2020, I believe. So that's a thing, even though it still looks the same way it looked when it launched. I'm not wrong. It's really funny though, how like, cause like this was totally like a fad that happened. There was Draw Quest. Does anybody remember Draw Quest? Rest in peace, that game. This was a total trend, and like people would try to get complicated with it, and the more complicated they got with it, it seems like they just like died out. Like the only other game besides Drawcast that I can think of is Drawception, which is incredibly simple in theory. In theory, it is an incredibly simple game, but it totally falls under the same like thing, especially now that they added a feed section, so the following button actually has purpose. Thank you, finally. It is nice. It gives me a reason to follow people, because I don't follow people in this game. I don't follow people. I follow like 4 people in that game. But like, yeah, this game, back to Draw Something, it definitely had a community, and I remember like the creative things that people would do and make on this game. You could a feature is that you could rewind. If you clicked on somebody's drawing, you could go back and like look through the entire process, and people would do and make stories and stuff like that, like through this. So like that, and people would like be hyped for like new episodes and stuff. That is so neat to me. That like this was a thing that like happened so long ago, and it's gone. It's got people's their stories just like they're gone off the, unless they saved it somewhere. It's nowhere. to be seen. That's just like, it's sad. Back up your stuff, people. You never know when another social media platform is just gonna go kaploot. And you lose all of that to time. Because I know that I didn't save a lot of the stuff that I drew on the site. There are a couple of the later drawings, but nothing that was like in between in that point. Design, character designs, story ideas, all lost. And it's sad. It's, as I said, like 5 times already. But people change, and the things that people like change. I remember around the end of this community, there were just weeks where the server was just down before the closure, and like that would suck. Because again, like until the end, there were people that still played this game. There are still artists that I follow that I don't think I would have met or seen their work if I hadn't saw them through this game. I don't know why I'm getting like all sappy. But it's true. It's incredibly true. And yeah, with that thought, I guess we'll end it off at here. Thank you for watching. I hope you all enjoyed.